Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another tour video for the channel. I do apologize if my voice sounds a little weird, but today we are going to be doing a tour video of this United States Postal Service that got remodeled recently. Now, I didn't do a lot of stuff on this, but it's been a while since we've last recorded and did a tour video of this place, that being June of 2021, and I had some stuff, and I figured why not show it off and give it more of a United States Postal Service feel. So let's get into it. Now, for those of you who don't know what this place is, it's basically one of the pretty much the major first-party postal services for the U.S. And as you can see, at first glance, it kind of doesn't look that different. But I decided to add this cool pattern right here. Was very cautious by putting it there, but I'll show off why in a minute. But essentially, this is like one of the front lobbies. Sometimes you have the option to get the mail on here. Just kind of, some people just prefer it that way, just go into an actual post office and get their mail. Maybe a security risk, like a security problem or some shit. Maybe their mail got taken. But yeah, everybody has their own assigned individual mail. I don't think anyone has left anything in here, in any of these things, and if they did, I'll be very surprised. Over here, we got a little side exit. There's a one-way exit, so if you get out, you basically just go to your car and all that part. And over here is just random desks. Sometimes they have desks over there to do their packaging and all that part, and the mail and all that part. This part right here is supposed to be the garbage, like garbage bins and all that part. Originally, I used this as like a sink, but I sometimes use this as a sink a little bit. But this is just a garbage and all that part. Of course, with compared to last time, I mean, there is a little bit more design, I guess. Still not sure. I mean, the light didn't do much with the lights though, as you can see. So the lights are just the same. The floor is different. Some stores look old and some stores look new, so I kind of get a little bit of a mixture of both. Give it some character and all that part. And of course, double doors. Yeah, most still there. We're entering one of the front areas that you drop off your mail and all that part. Couldn't mimic the paper, unfortunately, with the envelopes and all that part. So it's kind of the best I could do with the desks and sort of stuff. Kept this part the same, just because the room looks a tiny bit different, not a major amount. This special area for the wheelchair people, because why not? The wall in the background, I think, looks a little different. I don't really remember that much. Still concerned if I'm going to do the same classic pattern as a map for the red, white, and blue variation that they sometimes put on the pattern of the walls. I'm still debating on that, but this is what we got so far. Not much changes on the other side of the desk, as you can see. It looks pretty much the same. The only difference here is that this desk looks more patternized, and I kept this as the same and all that. The doors aren't changed. I did put a carpet and all that part, so let's give it a feel. The custom associate only section didn't get much of a change, that much. In here in the hallways, the bathrooms got a small change and all that part. Put some of this to hide some of the other colors on the other side of the wall and all that part. For the bathrooms, doesn't look that bad. I did forget to put a mirror here, but it's fine. Looks pretty decent though, at least. And of course, our little painting of white maps that we put, just in case you want to just hide one layer block. Very useful. Over back here, I did do a small makeover. It isn't a lot with the carts, because I'm still debating how I'm going to do this carts. I'm sure other people could have better suggestions with this, so if you do, let me know on these carts and all that part. I added extra doors for the truck door operation. Very interesting area right here, that part, I would say. Of course, as you can see in the outside part, it's not one of those underground tilt ones. Still debating on that, honestly, but worst case, I'll probably change it if I ever want to. The only thing is I'll probably use stone to give it more of a proper detail, which even though it won't match the proper road, I'd rather do it that way, honestly. Over here, I did do a bit of design. Blue map and all that part with the white map. Give it a bit more characteristic feel. Didn't have to do it, but I did. I reorganized the shelves in this storage area, just in case and all that part. Make it look a little bit better. That's kind of the best I can do, unfortunately. The lights kind of got moved around a little bit, so these are these are no longer manual operated. You just stay on. Originally around this area was where the original break room was at. And all that part. I moved the break room upstairs to an area that doesn't that originally didn't have any purpose aside from setting for lights, and that's where this area comes in. Originally, this would just be the upstairs to the lights and all that part, but now we have some areas to look around at. Over here is the break room, and this is in case for people who just want to make something or just want to eat here and all that and bring out some takeout. I figured why not? Got these makeshift refrigerators, the interesting countertop, and a few other stuff. This sink. Um, Actually, let me do this little quick add-on real quick. There we go. Now it looks like a proper sink, sort of. And top drawers, give it some nice design a little bit. Uh, Nice tables. Skylight. I figured why not give some natural lighting in here. Originally, there's no skylight in here. Now there is. This is an original style TV, although I might consider making this one more block down just because. Otherwise, looks like a weird looking TV. Now it kind of looks normal. Over here are garbage bins again, major wall. These two are the new restrooms for the second floor. Uh, they don't look that different. It's still using a half classic style variation, slash new style that I decided to start doing. I forgot to put a door in this one. Ooh, I'm slacking off. My apologies, viewers. Of course, some people probably do it better, but bathroom, toilet, and then toilet paper. Yeah. Forgot to do the mirrors, but I don't really know if I have to, but worst case, I'll go back do mirrors. Um, that's it for this section. Over here, we got a locker room area, which it looks pretty decent to an extent. Not much in here, but I figured just make it like at least somewhat as realistic as possible. Over here is a storage unit area, or not storage area, but rather a storage closet area. So for the USPS people who have like who need like I guess like a TCs or some shit, whatever they need when it comes to delivering mail and all that part. I'm sure some of them carry TCs and all that part because I guess some people have to sign off on mail that requires a signature or something, but stuff like that and all that. I figured why not? I don't know what an actual closet of theirs looks like, but I'm sure it looks way better than this. And very spacious too, and all that part. A little odd on the placement, but it's kind of the best I can do at the moment. Worst case, I'll just make a separate room area for both. Lastly, this is the last new addition. I added this new manager room in the area. This is an area for your manager to come in on that part. One thing I should notice this. I probably should have put an actual functioning chair, and I didn't. But that's on me. Got a computer. This is the best computer I can kind of do at the moment. Couch, desk, drawers for the files. TV design, a classic one from Instagram. Figured why not. Not much in here. Skylight. This is not manual lights though, so you can't turn them off. But you get some nice sun and all that part. Figured why not. Couch. Looks okay. It's a couch. And then, of course, you can see through it. Oh, very useful. And of course, there are exit signs. Because why not? And then now we'll look at the exterior of the build and all that part. We already saw what the front looks like, and I'll show you what the back looks like on the sides. Now, for the sides, it did get a little bigger. A tiny bit bigger in certain areas and all that part. Otherwise, everything looks mostly the same. Design-wise, I added some more blue and white, because why not? Did a little work on the roof and the back. The driveway here did not do any changes that much. I did try my best to put some lights. And the front, you already saw what the front looks like. It doesn't look that different, honestly. If anybody has any ideas on how I should design the front, do let me know, though. I mean, at one point I was considering changing the block of this, but I figured, you know what, it'll stay like that for now. In terms of the parking lot design, I did get a little change. because of the remodel between this area, the relocation of the Diamond Building that was originally built here. They're planning for this tree park area plus the new Jesus area, followed by the constant revamping of this shopping mall. I did have to change a lot of this area, as you can see, but this does have a mixture around here in some areas of the that are still here. For example, this is still the old variation of the USPS trucks and all that part. I kept both new and old. So this is the older version of the USPS trucks. And of course, if we go over here, these are the new electronic USPS trucks. And I tried my best to make it look like a near replica of the real life version. And although it looks very ugly to some extent, this does give better feels for the USP drivers who are delivering mail and all that part. And more space and all that, and hopefully no more viewing and all that, and hopefully don't get stuck in snow. Hopefully. And I was being careful with adding these two in the middle because obviously the truck and all that part. There's no actual drivable trucks in this world yet, but I figured, in terms of imagination, I want to give proper space. So yeah, I gave it enough space for an actual truck. Now, in terms of this area, this is an outer exit right here, and that's come state their truck right there, assuming that still stays there. And of course, this big area is still here. It's split too big, honestly, in my opinion, but if I want to change it, I can. And then over here is a one-way exit all the way over here, and this is what happens when you move a lot of stuff in the world. Even then, that area over there got moved. Regardless, that's kind of what I have so far on this update tour of the U.S. Postal Service. One side note is that I don't remember if I put this in the original video, but Funkiller basically put command blocks to have this on the screen when you go inside of it. And nice touch of my Funkiller. He did it in a few areas here and there of the world. So big shout out to my friend Funkiller and all that part. But that's gonna be it for today's tour video of the United States Postal Service in Minecraft. I do apologize, my voice was a little crappy here and there. I guess I am sick. But until then, this is your boy IronSmasher 1024, and I will see you guys in the next tour video. Peace.